Good morning, welcome to a new update, and today we're going to discuss the death cross. That was a topic of about a month ago where people were arguing that that topic is literally the reason why Bitcoin would go to 20k. But we are at 40k and the chances are there that we're going to get a golden cross. So are we back in the bull cycle? That is something that I would like to discuss with you. And we're going to discuss the TA of Bitcoin with what is happening right now, as we're just seeing 8 consecutive green days after each other, while altcoins are selling for a little bit in their Bitcoin pair. That is a topic that I'm going to discuss tomorrow. But today we're going to focus on Bitcoin and focus on the death cross and the golden cross that potentially is going to happen. But before that, do not forget to subscribe beneath and like this YouTube update. I see that social media engagement is growing a little, so let's just all subscribe to this YouTube channel and I can grow my audience a little bit more and expand the YouTube channel. If there are questions regarding the live streams, on the 14th of August we are likely going to rebrand our company, and from that day we're going to do the live streams once again. Most likely the live streams will be taking place at 5 p.m. Amsterdam time instead of 7:30 p.m. Just because the most people can watch then from Eastern Europe, also from Asia, if they are still awake. So we're going to do those live streams once again, but for now we are just doing market updates. Enough talk, let's get to the charts. Bitcoin at this stage, I've just put up a clean chart. A few things that are very important to discuss here first. The first one is we are still acting inside resistance. Given the fact that we just had a very vertical move, I'm not assuming that we're going to make a breakout out of that resistance in one go. So most likely we're going to get some consolidation before we are getting continuation. But why I've got the 50 MA and 200 MA up here is the fact that we've witnessed a death cross. We've got a death cross here, and I'll just mark it as well. This was the death cross. So that day the price was dropping down as well, but we were acting around 35k. During that period people were expecting the price to fall south because of the death cross and because of history showing that the price of Bitcoin crashes down even more. However, if we go back in time, we can see that we've had multiple death crosses, after which a golden cross just started to happen as well. Like in the period of 2019-2020, we can see that the price has been dropping down, a death cross happens, price consolidates, a new golden cross happens after the price has rallied upwards, another correction, death cross, and the death cross takes place after the actual correction is finished. So the point that I want to make is that the death cross takes place because the price has been dropping down previously. While right now we can see that we've got a massive bullish divergence, the chances of being bottomed out are significant too, and the chances of us getting a golden cross are increasing as well. Why? Well, the 50 MA is most likely, because of this move, going to crawl upwards, while the 200 MA is lagging behind massively and is still running up because of the initial move of earlier this year, through which this move will still be calculated in the 200 moving average, and at some point we are going to get something like this. So the chances that we're going to get a golden cross during August, during September are significant. It will most likely become a topic of importance as well on social media, but I will just address that the death cross was not the reason for the drawdown or for the drop down. It came after the run or after the drop. The golden cross will most likely happen after the run has finished on Bitcoin. So I would definitely argue to not focus too much on it. Another topic that I see is that people discuss the initial China pump as what we're currently seeing, as we also saw a bullish divergence here. And since then we've been going all the way back towards support. In some way we could argue that that is a valid approach, and I'll just erase the MAs for now, because we can see that we're acting inside resistance for Bitcoin at this stage. You clearly want to see some higher low confirmation. So what we're seeing in the price construction is that we are constantly making lower lows, right? And we are making lower highs. But right now this construction has changed. So since taking down this lower high, we are now making higher highs. What you want to see after such a move is that the price is going to make a higher low. And preferably you want to see it happening, at this range around 34.5, given that there's enough confluence regarding the resistance that we have been acting into and the resistance that we have here, but also previously the support areas that we have been bouncing onto it. So what you want to see with Bitcoin to complete such a bottoming confirmation or bottoming structure is that we're going to have a scenario like this. So I've been pointing this chart earlier on, resistance after cracking 32.5k, we are still acting in one, and the chances are not significant that we're going to break through this resistance in one go. The chances are even higher that we're going to construct a higher low in this range between 34.5 to 36k. Right now, everybody is eager to get into the markets through which FOMO is taking place. People are swapping their altcoins as well towards Bitcoin at this point, while altcoins are most likely going to follow suit when Bitcoin finishes its first run and consolidates, as then altcoins will just be bouncing back up. But at this stage, we are looking for either a higher low at 32.6 or a higher low at 34.5 to 36k. That is the area that I'd be looking at. And if that happens after such a construction with a higher high and higher low, then we can start looking for continuation to the upside, and then we can start looking for a new higher high in the area of the massive resistance that we have here, which is between 48 to 51k. So what I'm looking at right now is not entirely looking for longs on Bitcoin. Given the fact that we are inside this structure, we might potentially even create a rising wedge construction in which we potentially break south at a later stage of this week, and breaking south will also result into a bounce of the Bitcoin pairs of the altcoins, while those are making higher lows on the USDT pairs too. So I'm not interested in buying Bitcoin after such a massive move. I'm also not interested in the topic of golden cross going to happen in the coming period, as probably people will become ultra bullish. I'm looking to see whether Bitcoin is going to construct a new higher low in the coming period, as that would result in continuation to the upside. If any of these two zones hold, that would guarantee or at least push the price up for Bitcoin. And in general, if 4.5 to 36k is not sustaining support, the China pump scenario is going to be a likely scenario in which we still could arguably get going towards 26k. So this is critical. The upper resistance, I do not expect it to break. We'll see, but at this stage, I'm not interested in longing. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again tomorrow, and have a great day.